Hello gang, and welcome back to the channel. This is a unexpected video I'm making here. This is basically going to answer questions from several people that have been asking a lot about their projects and how I got this far and what did I do to modify the Dakota frame for the 55 Dodge. So I'm just going to go through some of the stuff. I'm not here to brag it. I'm just showing you everything that I've done. You don't have to do this. It's just what I've done, and it worked well. Okay, so header panel 55. You'll see this section here. This is the radiator support, and you'll see I got a YouTube on what I've done there. Okay, and we're gonna go on the back side of this now. Let me step in here. Because there's like nothing here. Okay. All right, so this is from the driver's point of view here. The radiator support is right here. That's the original. I cut off the original and then I added a section here on both ends to make it straight, because the original curl does like a little S curve, and then it actually, what does it do? I think it goes out further, and I wanted to come straight down here because I couldn't go any further out. So anyway, so this from right here down is brand new C channel. Then this is a square channel here, and then C channel up here. Then it's welded, and then I did that so I could keep the same bolt holes and the same alignment for the radiator support. That is important because on the Dodge, the 55, 54, the radiator support down here, I've got one out back, I could probably show you, but it has two holes, and that's where the radiator support actually sits down and bolts on. And the rest of the whole front clip rests on these two bolts here, and then they're bolted to the body. So there's no other front bolting other than some small stuff with the inner lining, but nothing for structure. So that's what I did here. Was I squared this off here. I took the Dakota out, and I had to build this one back in. So on the frame tips, okay, if we look at the frame tips, we're gonna go there a second. Okay, the actual frame is about, the Dakota frame is about 3 inches longer. And to get this whole header, this bracket to mount in here, I had to cut that off in order to make clearance for that bracket, the inner fender bracket, okay, and your mount here. So this is unfinished because I'm going to cap this off, and I'm going to add a little bit more structure to this, because as you see, this is just it's a 1/4 inch plate that's just going down. I want to put some structure on the back of that so I don't have that wobbling side by side. So that's about all I gotta do there. But anyway, I had to cut this back off about 3 inches in order for this to clear. Okay, and the reason is because to get the fender, let's come back a little bit. To get the fender to sit center over the front wheels, okay, that fender had to come back and allow, which means that the whole header, the whole doghouse had to come back, and that's why I had to cut that off. So anyway, I mean, when you're putting it together, you'll see that needs to be cut off in order to allow that to come in here. I wanted to use as much 55 on this build as I could, so I'm still sticking with that plan. Okay, other questions was that bracket right there, that black bracket. Okay, so let me step over there again. Oh man, you know, I'm an old man here. Okay, so these brackets right here actually bolt on. That's one of the holes, and then there's another one. This holds the inner fender well together down here onto this mount. Okay, well, since this frame's in the way, I had to bring, after I cut the inner fender well up, I had to raise this up here, so it's still going to do its job. It's just doing a little bit higher. Okay. I was missing one of these inner brackets, so I had to make one over here. Just copy that one, just put a reverse bend on it. Okay, so that the cross member is welded here. It's just not finished on the top. It goes down and it hangs. This is the same thing. This is a square channel, and you see, I'm gonna put rubber bushings in here. That'll give me the same cushion as the original radiator support on its cross member. So I'm still keeping that. It's just going to be a little bit different. Okay. So that's how I got this to sit in this spot. So this controls the fender, and the fender actually controls where this sits, because the fender has to sit dead center of your tire. So when the fender is in place, that puts this in place here. It also puts your cab in its location. So let's go back to the cab. God, I won't trip and fall here. Okay, so the original Dakota cab mounts was back here and behind here. This is the original off of the 55's frame, and this is the original off the 55's frame. I cut the rivets off of that, and I brought them over to this frame and welded them up. And I had to use wood shims in order to get the body to sit correct on the frame with the fenders aligned and the front grille together as one complete unit. Once that was all shimmed and ready to go, that told me where these mounts go. And that's what I had to do here, is weld these in place after everything is set. Okay, so it would do me no good to put these in place because they would be wrong. So that's the modifications I did on the Dakota. Was I moved the cab mounts. I cut the horns 3 inches shorter. I had to build the new lower cross member, and I had to build the radiator support. I couldn't get away with using the original radiator support because that's what it does. It curls in, and it was too close to the fan, and I have to get everything away. So even with this, I'm still going to put the radiator on the other side of those C channels there, because it's still quite close. I may not even put a fan on. I'll just put electric fans on the front. I'm still not sure what I'm going to do in that open hole yet. Okay, so that's what I did, is modify the horns, and everything fits real nice. And then we come back, and then I just had to modify the tank, and I got a video already done on the tank, so I'm not going to cover that anymore. Okay, other than that, it's pretty much 55. If you have any further questions, yeah, go ahead and write them, or just text me, or whatever you got. Okay, thank you. And let's just add to that side. I just pulled the header off of there. So here's the front. You'll see this in the video, the bar. Okay, here it's cut off here. I'm just going to cap this off, weld this solid here. I'm going to weld across here, and I'm going to put more bracing down here. Just kind of, it doesn't, I mean, it's not flexible or nothing. I just want to make sure it doesn't flex on me at all. So this is what the front end looks like so far. And you can see that, all these things here. Okay, you'll see in the video, I got this one here, and I got this one here, okay? I had to weld those up a little tighter. And what it is there's no bumper, nowhere to put the bumper. So I had to build bumper brackets, bracket bars that come from here out. They bolt onto here. So this holds it up and this holds it back. And then it comes out to three inches outside the header for the bumper. This way, if I do hit something, it's still up against the frame, so it's still frame strong. It's just not going to take a major collision. I don't plan on going that fast anyway. So anyway, that's what it looks like cut. Okay. Yeah, but I haven't done anything with this because it was up on the rotisserie. I got the same thing on the back. The back tips need to be done as well. All right, now I'm done.